Okay, today for Star Prep, we're doing Fast Focus Standards 2E and 2F, page 2. So number 1 says, this model is shaded to represent a decimal number less than 1. Which value is represented by the shaded part of the model? Okay, so we know that there's 100 of these total. So let's count and see how many are shaded. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. So there's 87 out of 100 shaded. So it's going to be 87 hundredths. So our answer is going to be D. Number 2, these models are shaded to represent 4 different decimal numbers less than 1. Which list shows these decimal numbers in order from least to greatest? Okay, so least means what? Smallest number. So we're going to go from the smallest number to the largest number. Now, these are all tenths, so we don't have to worry about trying to convert them back and forth. All right, so our smallest would be 2 tenths, right? So we know we can go ahead and get rid of G and H. And then it looks like 5 tenths, then 8 tenths, then 9 tenths. So it looks like it would be F would be our correct answer. Okay, then number 3, the model is shaded to represent a decimal number less than 2. Okay, so remember when we have a full one shaded, that's like saying 1. Okay. Which value is represented by the shaded part of the model? So we know this one is 1 in the ones place. And then this is 100. And then we have 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have 1 and 13 hundredths. So that's going to be C. Number 4, these models are shaded to represent 4 different decimal numbers. Which list shows these decimal numbers in order from greatest to least? So greatest means largest comes first. Okay, so then we have, this is 10, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we have 6 tenths comes first. Then we have 100, so we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 62. So we have 62 hundredths. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then we have 7 tenths. And then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Then we have 65 hundredths. Now, like we've been talking about in class, 7 tenths is the same thing as 70 hundredths. And 6 tenths is the same thing as 60 hundredths. So now we can put the largest one first. So the largest one is going to be 7 tenths. Okay, so we can get rid of F and we can get rid of J. Then the second largest one is going to be 65 hundredths. So that's going to be this one, then 62, then 6 tenths, or 60 hundredths is going to be the least. So our answer is going to be H. Number 5, models 1 and 2 are shaded to represent decimal numbers less than 1. Which correctly compares the values represented by the models? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one is 9 tenths. Okay, and then this one is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. So this one is 88 hundredths. So we're comparing 9 tenths to 88 hundredths. All right, now remember what we talked about in class. 9 tenths is the same thing as 90 hundredths. So now if we're going to compare them, which one's going to be larger? Well, 9 tenths is going to be larger. Remember, our symbol always opens to the larger number. So we need the symbol that opens towards 9 tenths. So that's going to be A. I can get rid of B and C because it's not even the correct numbers. And then D has the symbol pointing towards 88. Okay. Number 6, the model is shaded to represent a decimal number less than 6. Okay, so remember when it's all full, that's like saying 1. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 fully shaded. Okay, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have 5 out of 10. So then we have 5/10. So we have 5 and 5/10. Okay, so that's going to be G. 5 and 5/10. H is 5 and 5/100. Don't get confused. All right. So that was the first page we're doing today. Now the second page, let's turn over to the back. We're on Standard 2H, page 2. And it says the number line shows point R. Which number does point R represent on the number line? Okay, so here's R. Remember yesterday we talked about find the whole numbers. So R is between 0 and 1. Count the spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 spaces, so it's tenths. So then we have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10, 6/10, 7/10, 8/10, 9/10. So R is on 9/10, and that's going to be A. Why not C? C says 9/100. Make sure you know the difference between tenths and hundredths, or it'll trick you. All right, number 2 says the number line shows point S. So here's point S way down here. So this is 8 and this is 9. So how many spaces are in between 8 and 9? Okay, so let's look at, so let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 spaces from here to here. So this is going to be 8 and 1/10. So then if we follow that pattern, we have 8 and 2/10, 8 and 3/10, 8 and 4/10, 8 and 5/10, 8 and 6/10, 8 and 7/10, 8 and 8/10, 8 and 9/10, and then 9. So S is going to be in between 8 and 9/10 and 9. So this is like saying 9/10 is the same thing as 90/100. So then we have 8 and 91, 8 and 92, 8 and 93, 8 and 94. So S is on 8 and 95/100, which is H. Number 3, the number line shows point G. Here's point G in between 34 and 35. What number line does point G represent? Okay, so we found the numbers. Now we count the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to have tenths. So 34 and 1/10, 34 and 2/10, 34 and 3/10, 34 and 5/10. So 34 and 5/10 is going to be D. Number 4, the number line shows point W. Here's W. Which number does point W represent on the number line? All right, so we have 3 and 4. All right, so how many spaces are in between 3 and 4? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10. That's like saying 3 and 1/10. So there would be 100 all the way to 4. All right, so if this is 3 and 1/10, then we have 3 and 100, 3 and 200, 3 and 300, 3 and 400. So W is going to be on 3 and 500, which is going to be letter F. This is 3 and 5/10. Don't get confused. 3 and 500. Okay, then number 5 says the number line shows point K. Which number does point K represent? All right, well, it's in between 15 and 16. Count the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 15 and 1/10, 15 2/10, 15 3/10, 15 4/10, 15 5/10, 15 6/10. K is 15 and 7/10, which again is D. Don't get confused with A, which is 15 and 7/100. Okay, got to know the difference. In number 6, the number line shows point N. So N is in between 99 and 100. Which number does point N represent on the number line? Count the spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spaces. So 99 and 1/10, 99 and 2/10, 99 and 3/10, 99 and 4/10, 99 and 5/10, which is going to be J. Don't get confused with H, which is 99 and 5/100. Okay, make sure you know the difference between tenths and hundredths. Right, I'll give you just a minute to make sure you have everything written down. And if you have any questions, make sure that you let your teacher or me know. Make sure you give this to your teacher once it's completed so she can turn it back into me.